Hey guys, SavyTechGirl here. How are you doing? Been a long time since I've been on, a couple of weeks probably. So I just wanted to come on and do a live show. I was going to do it at 6 p.m., but I've actually started a little bit early, sort of an hour early, and I just want to come on here and talk all things 6 p.m. with you guys. So, hey, I got one person in here. Hey, Juan, how are you? It's been a few weeks since I've been in. It's been, had a lot of stuff going on lately. Unfortunately, I lost a couple of really good friends to that horrible disease, cancer that's out there. So I've been dealing with that, and I've been out enjoying life, playing golf. The summer has been fantastic. People pay thousands and thousands of dollars for weather like this. So we have been enjoying hot weather, lots of sun, no rain. We could still do with some rain. I think I said that last time. So anyways, I thought I would come on and do a little bit of Kodi talk with you guys, see if you've got any questions, see what's going on out there. In the last couple of weeks, we've been through that fantastic Windows 10 upgrade. I have had numerous clients, what should we say, freaking out because of the fact that their computers had all of a sudden done a Windows 10 update, unbeknownst to them. So yeah, so anyways, we've been dealing with that. So I don't know how many of you have been doing that fantastic Windows 10 upgrade. I have 3 systems currently ready to be recovered because the Windows upgrade, which was said everything was okay to go ahead, wasn't compatible. So now I'm dealing with that, which is okay. It's just unfortunate the Windows had to push everything out like that. So yes, it's, you know what, it's nasty. It's always nasty to lose friends and loved ones, but it makes you reflect. And it makes you enjoy life. So guys, if I have any advice for you today, I would say just look around at everybody around you and make sure that you spend time with everybody that you need and want to spend time with. You hate Windows 10. Me too. It's not that I hate Windows 10. I like Windows 10. The thing that really annoys me about Windows 10 is the fact that they were doing this sort of background check to make sure that everything was okay and you could upgrade without any problems. And then all of a sudden, here we are, we're stuck, and we've got all these issues. So it's not the best way for people to start out if they've got and a lot of times what was happening is people that had older machines were all of a sudden thinking, oh man, it's going to be so great. You know, we're going to be putting this new operating system on and everything's going to seem like it's brand new and we can do all these things. And meanwhile, their computer's 6, 7, 8 years old, and that's a no-go. It's never going to happen. They don't have any recovery disks. They deleted all of their files that they could have done recoveries from, and it's a nightmare. Okay, so that's the thing that I don't like about it currently. I'm a little bit sort of put off by how they did it. I get it. They want to be like Mac. I get it. They want to roll out the apps. They want to make their money on apps. They want to get everybody downloading. They want, you know, all these things to happen, and that's where they're going to make their money, right? I don't know if it has been confirmed yet, if Windows have completely stopped the free download. I did hear that it was going to be extended, but I haven't actually tried it. I've been dealing with getting people's Windows 7 machines back up and running. And, you know, it's the top names, like it's the HPs and the Dells and machines like that weren't compatible, that people assumed would be. You know, it's you'd think that you've bought this newer machine, maybe it's only 2 years old. You know, you've got the right memory in there, but it seems that the video cards are really causing a big problem. The other thing is that when installing it, People would have peripheral devices plugged in. So they'd have printers, they'd have Wi-Fi keyboards, Wi-Fi mouse, you know, and then Windows started to do the installation, and that great little on the screen, please stand by. We're updating your Windows. And 24 hours later, people are still sitting there waiting. At that point, they didn't clue in that there was definitely something still wrong. Sometimes it was easy as disconnecting a USB device and bang, you were up and running. But sometimes not as easy as that. Hence, I've got quite a few systems that are sitting ready to be fixed. So I'm a Mac girl. I do use Windows. I use Windows in one of my businesses just because the software needs to, it's compatible with Windows and it's not compatible with Mac. So anyways, guys, what's going on in the Kodi world? How's everybody doing with it? IPTV, I do have a contest going currently. If you go to my YouTube, if you go to my Facebook channel, so Facebook, search SavyTechGirl. And if you go on my page there, like my page, and share out my contest, you will have a chance to win 1 free month of IPTV. So that will also include video on demand, and you will get live TV channels from all over the world. It's a great service. It is a stable service. I use it every day. So if you guys want to be included in that, please go to my Facebook page. Give me a like and a share, and we'll get you added in, and I will do the draw in 2 weeks. So what's everybody doing with Kodi? Is everybody upgraded? What have we got here? So Kodi 17, Krypton is in Alpha 3. Okay, so users that name Krypton features a huge amount of rework. Again, guys, please remember that if you are going to be using an alpha or beta version, there are a lot of things that are not compatible. People currently will not have a lot of their builds compatible. A lot of the add-ons will not be compatible yet. Just because an operating system or a version of an operating system is out doesn't mean the other developers, third-party developers, are up and running with their add-ons, okay? So it's really for testing purposes only. If you guys are really into testing Kodi, testing operating systems, I would suggest give it a try. Don't do it on your main device. Put it on your computer and try it out and see what there is. So they've done a lot of changes. They have added some different areas in there. They've got some skin features that they have added. They've got 2 default skins now, so you can go in and change the skin as well. They also have a live TV and PVR, personal video recorder. Now, you guys, you got to be careful with PVR, and if you're going to PVR things that are streaming, just take note that you could be getting into copyright problems. If you are sending out something over your home network that is a home video that you have made, then absolutely. Thanks, Sean. Sorry I haven't been around in a while, but I thought I'd come on and do a show today. So yeah, guys, just be careful, okay, that if you are going to be doing PVR, don't be downloading things that you could have intent to sell. I know that you do not have intent to sell. But that is when you're drawing a very fine line, and you could get yourself into some problems, okay? There are timers in the new PVR section of the alpha version of Kodi. There's search areas. There's separate TV and radio recordings, so you can do recordings on radios as well. They've also added a game controller add-on. So in the past, as we all know, it has been very difficult configuring game controllers within Kodi. There was some XML files that people could download and copy, and but now they have actually put an add-on in there, and you can simply click on. So let's say it was an NES controller, for example. You can just click on and configure that controller, so it's a lot easier to get that up and running, okay? So anyways, that is, you can go to the official Kodi 17.0 development download area, or the Libra Elec Raspberry Pi. Obviously, that's what I use, the Raspberry Pi. And you can put a copy on your machine and run it and see how you do with it. So again, guys, alpha meaning still in testing. You guys can give feedback on it, which is what they are looking for. If you are trying something and it crashes, let's say you're connecting your HDMI and you're getting blank screen, you are getting audio, things like that. That's what they want to hear. Those are the things that they want people to report back on, because they can't make it any better if they don't know what's wrong. So again, that was big news this week. So Kodi 17 Alpha 3 is out. What else do we have going on? Add-ons. What's everybody using as far as add-ons go? We know that the Olympics are coming up. So IPTV, if you guys are looking for the feeds from the Olympics that you can count on, IPTV obviously is a good solution. Most of the, Husham has an IPTV. There's lots of them out there, guys. Team Expat have IPTV, both fantastic services. And you're then, you know what, you're guaranteed for low monthly cost, you're guaranteed that you can watch the Olympics. And you can only, maybe you only want it for a month. Maybe you only want it to watch the Olympics. So other add-ons that we can use, Castaway. You guys could use Castaway for sports. That would be a good add-on if you're looking for, sounds like my dogs are having a fight here. Not quite sure what's going on. Let's hope they're not having a fight. See what happens. I close the door for 10 minutes and they start fighting. Yeah, so Castaway, you can use Castaway. Velocity have some great feeds. Phoenix, still some fantastic feeds. Hey, Richard, thanks for stopping by. I went live early tonight. Got lots going on, so I figured I'd promise to show rain, snow, shine, 38 degrees Celsius. Here we are. So yeah, so with the Olympics coming up, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting feeds out there for you. I'm going to be putting links out so you guys have what you need, and that way you won't miss anything. My favorite is the Winter Olympics, not the Summer Olympics, but I know I will be watching some of it, especially rowing, things like that. I don't know if I'd want to be rowing in the waters of Rio, for that matter. I don't think I'd want to be doing triathlons and swimming in the waters of Rio either, but I think it's quite humorous how they're telling the sailing teams when they're out sailing, they need to make sure they keep their mouth closed so the water doesn't go into their mouth. Yet all the swimmers get to swim in the water, so that's a little bit concerning to me. But anyways, back to Kodi. So what else are you guys up to? What are you guys using currently? I'm still using Exodus. Salts is a good one that I use. Velocity, I like to use Velocity. We had some, we've got 123 Movies that's out. So that's another great one that you can count on and rely on. The official Raspberry Pi case for Kodi Edition. I haven't ordered it yet, but it's still very tempting to me. I would like to get my hands on that sucker so I can, one of these that I'm building. I've got another one right here. I've got parts all over the place. I'm actually not quite sure if that's a 2 or a 3. It's probably a 2. Yep, that one's a 2. I can tell just by looking at it that it's a 2, but my eyesight's getting worse, so it's harder to see things. Evolve is good too. Zem TV. Yes, Evolve are fantastic. Great. They got lots of good things coming down the line. Evolve, Team Evolve. In the past, they did a lot of teamwork, but from what I hear, they're sort of completely self-sufficient now, and their stuff is incredible. So Evolve as well is a fantastic add-on for Kodi. So if you guys have a chance to give Evolve a try, then absolutely. You guys been experiencing any issues or anything over the last couple of weeks I know sometimes people complain of maybe they do only get audio and they're not getting video. I mean, I know I've had that a couple of times. Sometimes that can happen, guys, if you're into your settings and you're messing around with the hardware acceleration. You need to, the other thing too is if you're going to be overclocking anything, a lot of these processors that you get in your Android boxes, you can actually overclock them. Overclocking can obviously cause a couple of things. So it can cause, first of all, you can get good performance out of it. So if you're going to do a smart overclock, you may just be able to tweak it enough that you can, maybe you're getting a little bit of lag or something. Maybe the box isn't working quite fast enough. So overclocking can absolutely compensate for that. But along with that, you're going to get increased heat, increased wear and tear on your hardware, obviously. So things like that, just be careful of when you're overclocking. So we do have a question from Richard. Does Kodi run good on a Samsung tablet? My MacBook Air gives problems since I spilled tea on it. Oh, no. I might look into a Surface. Okay, so hey, how's it going, guys? So yes, the answer to that is that it does run well. You can obviously get it from the Play Store. So you just simply go in and download it from the Play Store, install it on your tablet, and you are ready to go. I am going to give my 2 cents on a Surface. They are convenient. They are nice little machines. If you want to, yeah, that's, so Sean, that is true that most of the chips that are out there now don't need overclocking. But when you're looking at a smaller device, you know, such as a Raspberry Pi microcomputer, these chips are absolutely, you are able to overclock them. They're microcomputers. You're not going to get the top of the line chips in these things. You are literally paying $39 for something like this. And you know what? Overclocking in a case like this, when we're looking at laptops, high-end devices, no, you don't need to. But in Android boxes, overclocking is something that people do quite a regular basis. So just remember that they can overheat. A Surface. So I do have quite a few clients that have the Surface and the Surface Pro. They have had some issues in regards to keyboard problems, connectivity problems as Bluetooth goes. It's more external devices that they have issues with. If you're just going to be using it for sort of a tablet, maybe an iPad replacement, just your home computer, then I would say that they're a fairly good machine. If you are going to be using it in sort of a full business sense, yeah, you definitely need good heat sink. That's absolutely true. Be like running your car without a rad in it, right? And maybe even water cool. You can put like a nice little system on there, water cool it. I've got a little heat sink on this one, but so yeah, so the Surface is, you know, I think it's good for a home application. I don't know if anybody out there is using a Surface, Surface Pro for business, but you know what, I have run into a few problems with my clients that are strictly using it for business. Obviously, storage isn't a big issue now. You can use the cloud. I suggest people use the cloud. That way, all your information can be accessible from wherever you are, which is also a great thing. You know what? The number of times people in business give me a call and say, oh, my computer's crashed. I can't get into it. I can't do anything. You know what, guys? If your information is on a cloud, doesn't matter what cloud you're using, you just simply log into another computer, log into your cloud, and everything's back up and running. You know what? You don't skip a beat. So you know what? I think that's definitely a good way to go. And you can, you know what? You don't have to worry about storage then, right? It's like your smartphone. I mean, I lucked out. I've got one of the last iPhones with 128 gigs in it. But I use Google Photos. All my photos are on Google Photos. So if I have to get a new phone tomorrow, everything is backed up to a cloud, and all my photos are there. So I just log into Google Photos, bang, everything's there. I'm not taking up any space on my phone. I simply take the picture, take the video, open Google Photos, sync everything. Hang on 1 second, guys. Sorry. Obviously my husband just got home and the dogs are going crazy. So yeah, so you just sync everything and you are back up and running again. So you know what, you don't have to go out and buy the biggest and the best and the most storage and anything anymore. You can just simply save your money and maybe sign up to a larger storage on the cloud and save all your information there, and you're all set to go, right? So what else have you guys got? Do you have any questions about any add-ons or anything? So back to the IPTV, I am having a contest. So if you go over to my Facebook page, so just Google me or search me on Facebook. Let me just actually see if I can, maybe I can put my link in here for you. Let me find it. So SavyTechGirl, obviously. And I am having a contest. So if you guys want to go in, like and share my page. Oh, it's not letting me. So it's just facebook.com/SavyTechGirl. And then you can go in there, like my page and share it. And I will enter you into a contest that will give you 1 month free IPTV service. Okay, so that does include in that you will get video on demand as well. So I've watched some pretty cool movies over the last little while. So if you want to add that, you want to enter, that would be great. Okay, so Richard is happy with the Raspberry Pi, but you cannot plug it on a tablet. So in other words, you wanted to use your tablet as the video device, I would think, Richard. Evolve add-on, as we've said, is fantastic. Goodfellas is also another good one. So yeah, you couldn't plug your Raspberry Pi into the tablet to use it as a video device because the tablet is essentially is already a computing device, right? It's already a microcomputer, so you would then be having 2 microcomputers and you're trying to use one screen. So you can obviously do HDMI to any of your, if you have a computer that has HDMI in, then you could do that and just change the input, but the tablet's not going to let you do that for sure. That's one thing you cannot do. But yeah, the Raspberry Pis are great for low-cost solution, absolutely. They are a great option. And so what else do we have? The Samsung Edge. I've been talking to a lot of people lately about the Samsung Edge. what do people feel about them? I know my concern with the Samsung Edge is, I'm just showing you on my phone. I don't have one. But this outside edge, obviously, is where the screen folds around, right? And when you pick up the phone, you are going to be touching the screen, the touch screen, and a lot of people are having problems with the fact of scrolling and grabbing the phone like that, and maybe something, an app opening up or something like that they don't really want to. So I have had people sort of complaining about that as far as the Edge goes. I think it's as far as battery life, screen resolution, camera resolution, things like that, fantastic. As far as the Edge on the phone, I'm not quite sure that I would like that because I know that I grab my phone constantly on the edges. So that's something that is sort of up for debate, I think, on the pros and the cons on that particular version of phone. And so what else do we have going on in Kodi? Well, let's take a look. So music, obviously. Do you guys, many people out there using it for music? Things like Pandora, you can be using, there's a Pandora app on there you could use. There's obviously, yeah, Galaxy Note 7, absolutely. That's a fantastic device for sure. I love you know what? I do like the Samsung devices. I'm an iPhone person. I have a Samsung note as well that I use sometimes when I go on site when I'm working. Just swap out my SIM cards and away you go. That's the nice thing about having an unlocked phone, is the fact that you can just swap out your SIM and switch from phone to phone to phone. So if you want a different phone every day, you can literally have a different phone every day. A lot of people sort of don't understand that. The other thing, guys, is when your contract is up now on your phones, and I'm speaking for Canada, I'm sure it's the same worldwide, but we have 2-year contracts now. And with that 2-year contract, once you're done the contract, obviously the company is going to want you to purchase a new phone, right? So they're going to give you options, $0 phone. If you've had your phone for a long time, like my husband just upgraded from a 4S to a 5S. So for him, that's a good upgrade. It didn't cost any money. So that to me is a good upgrade. For somebody like me, who's more of a, I would say, super user of a phone, I'm using my smart device constantly. I shouldn't say phone because I hardly ever talk on it. But you know what, guys? You can probably get a better deal getting a phone elsewhere for a lower price. Maybe it's lightly used, secondhand, but if it's unlocked, all you need is that SIM card. And most places charge $10 for a SIM card. I only charge my clients half that price. And you just call your service provider, give them the new SIM card number, and you're literally up and running within minutes. So you don't have to get tied into these contracts, guys. You don't have to sign these 2-year contracts anymore, these 3-year contracts anymore. The 2-year contracts have a lot of people are happy with them, but what they did is they changed their pricing plans. So whereas before you used to be able to get a better deal, now they're only getting you for 2 years. So obviously they still want their money, and they're going to charge more for it. They're only going to allow certain phones under these plans, and then the higher end phones, which you pay for under other plans. So you know what? They really get you coming and going. And if you do have the other options for getting smartphones, then you can look elsewhere. So no more contracts in the US. So that's fantastic. So I'm not on a contract anymore. Years ago, I finished my contract, and I'm off my contract now. I just purchased a phone on my own. I activated the card, and I'm not on a contract, so I could switch at any time. But a lot of people sort of get suckered into it. They see that $0 and they really think that they're getting the most amazing deal out there because they think it's free. And really, it's not free. They're obviously somehow they are going to get their money. So the other good thing, obviously, with an unlocked phone is that when you go overseas, you can just pick up a SIM card when you get there, get onto their network. And obviously, you're not going to have the same phone number. You're going to have a different phone number than at home. But it allows you then to just take a SIM card, throw it in, and you're up and running. Now, when traveling, you can obviously use FaceTime to talk, and you can use Facebook Messenger. They also have talk. You can use Skype. So there's lots of different options. As long as you have a Wi-Fi connection, you're good. I'm going to Europe in a couple of weeks, and I will not take an extended plan. I will survive off of Wi-Fi. I know that I'm going to have Wi-Fi connections wherever I go. So I won't have to incur any additional costs. And I think I pay enough money for my cell phone. I shouldn't have to pay another $80 a month just so I can travel to a different country and use my phone for business if I need to. You know what? There's always other ways to for people to find you too. So there was an app that I tweeted about this week. Let me just see if I can find it quickly here. And it was for international calling. So let me just see. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember the name of it. I'm just going to do a search here. Okay, so international calling app is, so it's made by MEUCCI, so Muki. They have solved the problem of expensive international phone calls for good. So they actually have an app that is good for Android and iOS, virtually free. They're promising virtually free international long distance calling forever. Okay, so it does this by combining the old school GSM technology that powers your cell phone with VoIP, so voice over internet protocol. It's simple. It says once installed, it will scan your address book. It will hunt for names and contacts. You can call these directly through the app. Alternately, you can dial the number manually. So obviously it's working sort of in the same way as something like Facebook would too, but that's going to definitely cut back on those additional costs that everybody incurs, right, when you're calling international. My cousin lives in England. The only way we talk is on FaceTime, right? Whether we use audio or audio and video, but we message each other daily and we only talk on the app. And as long as you have a good Wi-Fi connection, you're fine. Like, you don't have any issues at all. So, you know what? Save your money. Don't keep paying these into these huge contracts and these monthly bills as much as you can. You're already paying for Wi-Fi. And in a lot of cases, if you go into public places, there is Wi-Fi. Be careful, guys. Put a VPN or something on. You don't want to get hacked if you're on a public Wi-Fi, okay? So just make sure you're smart about that. Where would you buy a Samsung device? Best Buy, Staples, or do you have a better place? Yeah, I never personally purchase through any of the big name stores. I have my own supplier that I deal with for all of my products. But yes, you can absolutely go to Best Buy or Staples. Most of them are all price matching, so any price you see is what you're going to pay. They'll price match, obviously. If you go one place or the other, they'll match the price for you. But if there's something specific that you're looking for and you want some help finding it, I can absolutely help you with, Richard. So just drop me an email, SavyTechGirl@gmail.com, and I can even guide you in a better direction. Obviously, Best Buy, Staples, they even with their warranties, a lot of the times you're only getting it through Samsung anyway. If something happened to the device, you would have to send it away. So at the end of the day, it does not really matter where you buy it from. The warranty will be through the manufacturer, not through the place of purchase. So yeah, if you need some guidance or whatever, and there's a specific device, please, for sure, just send me an email and what you're looking for, and I can help you out with it for sure. So yeah, guys, I don't know if you got anything else. And I mean, it's only a half-hour show, but I don't know if you have any other questions or not. I just sort of wanted to come on and touch base. It's been a while since I've been on, and gonna try again to get on next week. We do have a few things lined up, but it might just sort of be a random show. Yeah, if you're Northern Ontario, Richard, absolutely go into Best Buy and Staples too. I mean, you're going to notice in the next couple of weeks, a lot of the back to school sales are going to start. So take a look at the back to school sales, or if you do need to purchase now, most of them will match it for 30 days. Just go back in a couple of weeks and make sure you get your refund on it, because the specials are starting to come out. So you're going to save yourself some money for sure. Okay. So just keep that in mind, because I was even looking today and the back to school sales are already starting, and we're only halfway through the summer holidays. So, all right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'll probably come back in the next few days, do another 30-minute show, and we can talk a little bit more about Kodi. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to start putting links on for the Olympics, because we know that starts tomorrow. So you can, I know in Canada, we're looking at TSN, CBC. I think it's CBC, CBS. So I will, on my Savvy Tech Girl page and on Twitter, be sending those links out to you. And again, if you want to enter into the IPTV so you can get 1 month free, guys, I'd love for you to try it out. It's a fantastic service. And even if you would like to subscribe to the service, or if you'd like to try it, you're not sure about your speeds, you'd like a 1-day trial, I can also do that for you as well. So just let me know, and I can get you set up with that. Okay, so anyways, guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping in. It was great to have everybody back online again. And yeah, the MacBook Air, if you spilt tea on it, maybe you can ship it to me and I can get that fixed for you. That's always an option. I've got a couple here that I've got one that I'm fixing. I don't know how well that's gonna turn out, but anyways, again, Richard, if you need any help or if anybody needs help, just drop me an email, SavyTechGirl@gmail.com. You can also get me on Twitter at SavyTechGirl, and I would be happy to help you. So thanks, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the next few days. I will send a tweet out when I am going to log on, and we can get together, brainstorm, and talk technology again. So have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next few days. Stay cool and keep going with that technology, guys. Have a great night. Bye.